and then we went to the Hollenbeck well pad, which is now under investigation for contamination of those wells. You can see how far away it is from her place. But it's also under investigation for brine spills that occurred, I guess, fairly recently. So this is the aerial of the location, and this was taken in, I think it's November of last year, or no, that's not true. When was this taken? October, maybe October of last year. And so all of these trucks and containers are gone, but you can see the 4 wellheads here. So now I'm going to switch over to what it looked like on Saturday. So what you see here, the 4 wellheads right here, they're 20 feet apart. They have actually permits to drill an additional 2 wells. And there is some concern because they're so close together with the drilling and the fracking, all the vibration, that there has been some casing failure and methane migration because they're so close together there. These are the brine tanks, and I think this again wasn't confirmed, but I believe that this pen is there because that was what was experiencing some kind of leaking. These are these dehydration units, and these vents would go off every maybe 5 or 10 seconds, and it would be this kind of a loud whoosh noise. And as they're separating or dehydrating the gas, it's venting all kinds of VOC compounds. And you had a little bit of a smell. Did you smell something there too?
My sinuses were irritated just being out there.
Yeah, it was unbelievable at the compressor station. We'll get to that in a moment. But you can see what kind of footprint we're talking about here. I mean, this is it's big, and it's permanent. I mean, this is not going to be. It can't be reclaimed. I mean, it has to have access for trucks and delivery and I mean, this is in production. So this is shows you the number of permits here. Here tells you, and they always use the landowner's name to identify the site and the permit. So here you see there's 1 to 6. They've drilled and fracked 4, and they still could put an additional 2. And here you can see here consumptive water use. And down here you can see that they are allowed to use 4 million gallons per day.
Where did they get it?
The river comes from the river.
What, is that for all the well pads or just for one well pad?
No, this is for 1 day.
This is for 1 day, but if each well, if each frac requires 3 to 5 million gallons of water, and if there are several well pads, do the math. I mean, I don't get it.
You won't believe how many well pads there are.
Well, I'm going on Wednesday. I'm a journalist. I'm going on Wednesday.
And how
I just wondered about that figure.
Well, that
Does that
figure, I
represent
think that
one?
figure has to be examined, because it has to be examined. I mean, what was written there has to be examined.
I'll ask
I
you.
mean,
when I
it's,
see
they're,
you.
they're okay for 4 million a day, that doesn't mean they use 4 million a day as well.
Well, they don't
So,
hydro
and
like every
this
single
year,
day.
The gas companies were, that's why, that was another reason why they went to go to a different area, because they were limited on the amount of water, because it's been a dry year. The Susquehanna River Basin Commission or whatever they tell the companies how much they can and can't. It's not like they can just go get their for it. Like, if they were drilling that this year, they wouldn't have been able to get 4 million a day. You know, they would have been cut off. So,
I think
you
that
know,
was
I
a,
mean, just,
right. And I think Vera
It's not
explained
like-
also that because of the drought this summer, there's been reduced activity just because they can't get the water, that they need and either other.
and that thing around the brine, that's containment.
Mhm.
And I think the spill happened when they were emptying the tanks.
I see.
And just like any other spill, whether it be at a gas station or anything, they dug the earth up and they transported it to a remote location, tested it, treated it if it needed to be treated, and then went to.
I don't think the case was that they spilled when they were emptying the tanks, they spilled without being emptied, I think that's.
Mina,
Yes.
they got a fine for not reporting the spill. Then they got a fine for the spill itself.
Right.
So the company was not like the local gas station person that would be a good person in the community and clean up. It happened by chance that an inspector
Oh, that's right,
observed
yeah.
the spill, so they were fined for not reporting it, and then they were given another fine for the cleanup.
They have
So
to
we have to
report.
be careful
But it
when
had something to
we
do with the
compare
transportation.
local
of it.
business
It wasn't
and
just on site.
international corporation.
Because if you looked at all the brine tanks, they had that same containment system.
It's a
So,
precaution.
There was various spills all over the place, including the casing that was bad on the
but if
road.
that's the brine tanks, if there was various spills of brine in another location, that means they.
Well, no, it was all in that area, it was all in that area between the gas wells and the brine tank. And they're supposed to report this within 24 hours. If they see anything on the surface, that's why they got the fine. DEP, Vera said DEP having to be driving around, that's why they saw it. And then DEP contacted the company and say, why hasn't anybody reported this? So, because they're not even paying attention to what they're doing. That's to tell you, you know, they tell you that they're not even paying attention to what they're doing, that's what I think.
So there's no accountability
Yeah, exactly,
across the board.
exactly.
So, I wanna show now, this is a video of that site when it was being fracked, and this was taken by Vera and, is up on, it's up on her website, but it's also, I found it on this Dear Susquehanna blogspot. Oh, I don't have that.
You don't have the sound system.
Can we just switch it over?
Yeah.